Oh, hello. Fine day today, isn't it?
How would things be different with a normal family? Nothing's ever simple.
Have we met? That doesn't matter. We'll meet again.
The neon lights, forbidden delights, come have it all, right here in Atlantic City.
Hey, you got a great voice, lady. Wish I could stay awake to hear it.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you're speaking to?
Oh, shut it, Connie. You're always starting crap.
I got the right to say what I mean. Your fancy jazz is putting me to sleep.
Really? Now I don't know what indignities you and this country thrift store are forced to survive out here.
Hey, I scavenged these threads from Charleston landfill, fair and square.
You're living in a bubble, lady. The Wasteland ain't no place for some schnazzy pre-war nightclub.
Get out of my club! Get out! Out!
Whoa, jeez Louise. You don't have to tell me twice.
By the way, your singing sucks anyway.
Ah! The nerve!
Well, that was embarrassing. Welcome to the Rose Room. Anything to drink?
Can I do something for you?
Sorry, I can't talk.
What's your pleasure? I apologize on behalf of my mother. We'll have enough trouble getting people in here without her immediately scaring them away. To be honest, this is more turnout than I expected. Which is welcome, of course. I mean, I just hope the rest of them are friendly. Anything to drink? Yeah, well, I've got more of them than I'd like. Sorry, it's not your job to hear me complain. It's your job to relax, have a drink, and enjoy the music. So, what can I help you with? There's another question for my dear mother. We just moved here from the coast, Atlantic City, which, believe it or not, is doing pretty well compared to, you know, everywhere else. Over there, Mom was an entertainer. It's what she does, what she knows. I don't think she's woken up to the reality of what the rest of the world is like out here. See, that's, you know, why does anyone move, really? To see new sights, you know, make new friends, get a fresh start. Could I offer you another drink? My sister's sitting over there. Dad's probably up in his room. He's getting up there, starting to have some cognitive issues recently. It doesn't make him great for socializing. Yeah, I really could. My mom thought we weren't going to have any trouble tonight, but the crowd I've seen so far, I have my doubts. Big ones. If you feel inclined, could you keep an eye out? Maybe, if it's necessary, handle a fight? But keep a low profile about it so Mom doesn't freak out. I'd really appreciate it. Right, of course not. I wouldn't expect you to. Head's just all over the place lately. This is what I can spare. Go ahead and join the audience. If nothing happens, then, you can enjoy the show just like everyone else. I hope that's the case, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And thank you. I do really appreciate the help. Welcome to the Rose Room.
Hello, folks. Rowdy-looking bunch out there. Well, as I say, there's no better cure for a long day than some snazzy tunes. Sit back and enjoy.
I can't listen to this baloney no more. Let's light this place up.
God damn it!
Everyone
Did
done!
you see me give the goddamn signal?
What the hell was that?
About to get exciting.
You fight! All the people in the world, and they said the weak like you! I got
You have no idea what you just did.
I'll throw it back hard!
Coming back to me.
I'll throw it back hard!
That was invigorating.
What is happening?
I heard it's gonna snow later. Do you see the snow?
To follow
It's
simple
supposed to
instructions.
snow.
Vincenzo, why is my audience dead?
Why don't you ask this guy before he croaks?
I mean, really? What does on my signal mean to you? Does it mean whenever the hell you want? Didn't turn out well for them. What about me, huh? Condemned to death by the stupidity of others. It was simple. Wait for all the Russos to be in the room together. Shoot on my signal. Couldn't follow either one. Almost makes me happy to be put out of my freaking misery. Wouldn't you like to know?
Whoever it was, they're wasting their time sending you all this way.
Hey, I told them the same thing, lady. Starting to think they wanted to get rid of me, too.
Vincenzo, what did you do?
What? Really? You of all people are gonna point your finger at me?
Guess every one of you nutsos has a reason to be afraid of payback from Atlantic City. Sleep tight, Russos. I may not be the last to come for you.
Just nonsense is all it is. We can't let them scare us.
We don't know who they are to begin with.
Who are you? Don't act like you're above
Get
all
away.
this. For all we know, someone at City Hall has it out for you.
I can't even begin to tell you how little you know about me and City... Shit, Abby, are you okay?
Get away from me. Oh, they know. I thought I covered my tracks. They're gonna come back. They're gonna...
What are you talking about?
She's got the shakes. Could be she's danced with the devil.
You're my own mom. Don't talk to me like...
Crap. I think you're right.
Those who fancy themselves part of the Atlantic City High Life have access to a special intoxicant. They drink the devil's blood. I should have paid more attention. Must be the stress of the move got to her.
You say that now? All of this was your idea. We're so busy dealing with your problems, there's no room for anyone else.
Is that really how you feel, Vincenzo?
Yes, it is 100% absolutely how I feel.
After everything I've done for us, everything I've sacrificed. Unbelievable.
Crap. I think I went too far. Sorry about all this. I was right to expect trouble, just not
Must
this much of it.
something. Where did I screw up?
I really appreciate that. Just... please go talk to my mother for me. It was a bad time to set her off. Right now, we just need to figure out how to help Abby.
They're gonna come for me.
Yeah, you're right. Now we're on to a different type of conflict resolution. Take this. That's the most I can give you. Be gentle. Mom's ego will require soothing if she's going to cooperate.
What was that?
That regardless of any issues between me and her, she needs to come down and be there for her daughter. Tell her I'm sorry, and Abby needs her right now. She needs all of us. I can't do this on my own.
Cold.
Me? It's, possible, but I wouldn't be the first in line for elimination. Anyway, that's not important right now. Those people are dead, and Abby's alive.
It's so
But-
cold.
That could change if we don't get her treated. Yeah, tell me about it. Mom's obsessed with herself, and Dad can hardly remember what he did 2 minutes ago. With the two of them so preoccupied, it's no wonder Abby keeps getting herself into trouble. That leaves me to jerry-rig everything together with twine and duct tape. Thank you. I know you'll have better luck than I would.
What was that? What was that?
Opening night is a failure. I offer drinks, games, music, more excitement and luxury than this dreary mountain range has ever seen, and what do I get? An audience full of hitmen, a strung-out daughter, and an unappreciative son! Just ridiculous! Nothing makes sense anymore! Of course he does. And I'd like one thing in the last 20 years of my life to count as a success! Is that so much to ask for? Ah, fine. I'll come downstairs and help. The extra moment of peace isn't worth delaying the inevitable. But it's not like I'll be able to do anything anyway. You think I'm not concerned? Let me ask you something. What do you do to de-stress? Read a comic?
Something.
Listen to the radio?
Where did I screw up?
It's the apocalypse. Maybe you go out and blow some heads off. Whatever it is, it's a distraction. A tool to stay sane under pressure. So don't you dare judge me for keeping my head above water. Much better to complain than to have an emotional breakdown.
It's so cold.
And just what are you implying? You don't know anything about me. I did what was necessary to survive in a cutthroat industry full of insane people. If they'd come after me for that, let them. Once a paradise, now a madhouse. Everyone lost their sanity after the bombs. The showmen are the worst of all. Avoid them at all costs. Do me one favor first. Go upstairs and let my husband Antonio know what's happening. Let my husband know what's going on, will you? He's upstairs.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up? They're gonna come for me.
Would you happen to have the time? Well, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Russo's Haven. How do you like the festivities? Blood of the devil? No, that doesn't sound like something anybody should be drinking.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up?
My daughter. Oh, yeah. She's a great kid. Fast learner. Resilient. And stubborn. Does she need something? Hitman? What hitman? Have you been watching too much television? My daughter. You know, I still remember catching little Abby with a pack of candy pilfered from the convenience store. So clever. It's so stubborn. I never thought that she would. Were we talking about somebody?
What was that?
Going already? But you just said hello.
What was that?
You're back. Thanks for that. Look, I've done some thinking. Devil's blood is highly addictive, and withdrawal is dangerous. It could even be fatal. We're hundreds of miles away from anyone who knows what to do about this. Doctors here are only going to know about regular chems.
A doctor's not good enough anyway. We need the blood.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up?
This isn't like any other chem. When you dance with the devil, you either keep dancing or you get burnt to a crisp. Oh. Oh, my darling girl.
Say, you don't happen to be on good terms with the refuge, do you?
I'm so cold.
You're kidding. Then you're exactly the person we need right now. I need to ask you something crazy. Because you don't really know us, and really, from what you've seen so far, have no reason to trust us. But my sister is in trouble, so I'm going to ask. Could you fly to Atlantic City and bring back a dose of Devil's Blood?
You make the second part of that sound like a simple ask.
I did say it was crazy. But please, and I really mean it, it'd be a bad idea for any of us to go back there right now. If newcomers like us could even negotiate a flight in the first place. It's an exclusive chem, typically only accessible to high society and to the people that source it. The mob. You'll have to find one of them. See what you can negotiate. Remember the firefight earlier? Whoever sent those people still has it out for us.
Who are you? Get away.
For one of us, in any case.
Undetermined. We could fight about it all day. You're not joking, right? Oh, you can pull this off. Abby needs you to. Please, just let us know as soon as possible if anything goes wrong. I'll do whatever I can for her in the meantime.
What was that?
What is that glowing concoction people drink around here? Nukashine? I won't be caught dead serving that radioactive slop.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up? I'm so cold. They're gonna come for me.
Welcome to the White Spring Resort. Try to enjoy your stay, however hard that may be. The better question is, what is right? Everything has run amok. Chaos. Chaos! The responders have taken over the White Spring. Imagine all of the dirty footprints on the carpet. Dust all over the tables. The horror.
Does anyone have a minute to spare? I need someone to take my photo. Is there anyone around who could take a photo of me?
Donations? Drop off your donations over here. Help support the responders.
May I interest you in wine, beer, and/or
You might not need
spirits?
it,
Bring
but
the
I
sweet
guarantee
stuff.
somebody else does.
Welcome
If you got
to
some spare
Relay
supplies burning a
Fair.
hole in your pocket, why not help us help others?
Isn't this
You're
a
already
nice-
here.
I'd like to see the
You might
world
as well
beyond
invest in the
Appalachia
future.
someday. Maybe I'll even go to the West Coast.
As I've said, Mrs. Russo, the facilities are available to responders and refugees.
I am responding to a need to save an...
I deeply apologize for the commotion, darling. We do strive to make every visit to the White Spring a pleasant one.
Finally, you've arrived. I was resigned to having to convince this lunatic that my daughter is dying all by myself.
Do you know this woman? Ah, wonderful.
I believe an apology is in order.
Apologies are ordered to those who deserve them. Nonetheless, it behooves the refuge to help those in need. Perhaps you could provide more coherent details regarding this woman's conundrum. We've heard the name. The stories place it as something rather more dangerous than your average chem.
The High is legendary, reserved for the upper crust of idiots who live in America's playground and still manage to get bored.
It is your daughter we're talking about helping, right?
Oh, give Abigail a break. The move has been stressful for her. Oh, don't tell people about that. You'll scare away the customers.
A nightclub. Here, in the rural mountains of West Virginia.
From what I've seen, you hippies could really use the excitement.
Oh dear. I don't even know where to begin with correcting you. In that case, you will be happy to hear that the leaders of Atlantic City are sponsoring travel for visitors. You might speak to Mr. Jeremiah Hopkins about it, if you haven't already. He has a booth out in the common area, beside the stage. So long as you're willing to provide assistance to the locals during your travels, you may fly to Atlantic City whenever you'd like.
Incredible. Was that so difficult?
You're graciously welcome for the flight, Mrs. Russo. Now I'm afraid I have other duties to attend to. Lennox shall be happy to board you once your preparations are complete. Excuse me.
It baffles me how you're able to deal with that person. I mean, where are they from? The 17th century? Oh, you were you? And what was I supposed to do? Just leave my daughter's fate in the hands of some stranger hundreds of miles away? For all I know, you might throw back the blood at your first opportunity. Then you'll find yourself splayed out naked on the boardwalk 2 days later, choking on your own vomit. I suppose the showman would dispose of you before letting you bare your cheeks on their turf. And then where would that leave me? And Abigail? Of course I didn't have to. We're all free people, aren't we? I take it upon myself to answer a pain in the ass with a full-body Charlie horse. At a minimum. Honestly, do you not stick up for yourself? Oh, please. I'm a performer. I learned from real-life stage experience. Not from sitting at home reading Shakespeare over and over like that Orlando character must have. It's embarrassing to listen to. Wonderful. I'll be having a drink at the bar until our departure. I'll need it to get me through that dreadful flight.
Excuse me! Sorry to interrupt you. I just heard you were going to Atlantic City and It's not safe there. There's a monster. I saw it. People keep going missing. That's why I left.
You're not mouthing off about some Jersey devil, are you? What a load of hogwash. My parents told me that story when I was a child to scare me into submission. Well, it didn't work! And no Jersey devil has snatched me from my bed.
It's real, I swear! They're siphoning its blood and turning it into a drug. That's why it's so angry now.
Marketing tactics. What would you name a chem that's supposed to be the ultimate temptation? Would you call it innocent angel milk? Siphoning blood. No sensible business person would put in all that effort, even if the Jersey Devil was real.
Long ago, a woman known as Mother Leeds cursed her 13th child. When she gave birth to the child one stormy night in the Pine Barrens, it transformed into a winged devil and flew off into the night. It's been tormenting Jersey residents ever since. You did?
Oh, brother! Don't encourage these delusions.
We're lucky to be alive. It had so much evil intent. I still feel its effects, don't you? Loud tourists, low-tier entertainers, showgoers on their way home from the pier. The devil swoops down from the sky and swallows them whole.
The perfect cover story to disappear anyone inconvenience. That devil almost got me too! Oh, good thing I fled to the mountains!
At least I warned you. Better for my conscience. Keep your eyes on the skies. So peaceful around here, isn't it?
Don't tell me I'm holding you up. There's windshield polishing and luggage loading to do, isn't there? Oh, no such thing as safety regulations anymore. Oh, flying is more like gambling.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others. It feels like I've died and gone to heaven.
These responders must really have a game plan. Where they're always flitting about. That's something to admire.
Hope all the folks at the commune are doing well.
There are far worse places to set up shop than the White Spring. Far worse.
No way I could go up 10,000 feet sober. Flying machines are just, floating death traps.
Potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh, and only a few rats.
Wow, they've really gotten set up here.
Excuse me, would you mind getting a photo for me? I'm writing a letter to someone in the pit, and I have a bit of an odd request on top of that. People used to stage photos all the time before the war. Could we try doing the same?
No problem too big to solve.
I really appreciate it. To start, I think I should wear something special for the photo, but
It's nice to see people around in the responders uniform again.
I found this skeleton outfit at North Mountain Lookout. Just give me a sec to put it on. I feel ridiculous, but it's gonna make a great photo. Oh, I always feel so awkward in photographs since I never know how to pose. Any ideas?
Ooh, I've never seen such a thing.
I suppose a nice refuge like this is worth more hungry mouths.
One time, I saw a pre-war photo where someone put 2 fingers behind someone else's head. I can do something along the lines of that. Outfit is settled, pose is settled. What else did I need? Oh yeah, I'm not sure where we should take this. Any ideas for a background?
Chose to send me somewhere safe, and not somewhere like that.
Everything is too clean here. Time to dirty it up a little.
Why didn't I think of that? I actually play piano. A photo of me next to the one here seems appropriate. Thank you for your input. I think this will turn out great. I'll meet you over there and let you know when I'm ready to take the photo.
Ostentatious. But it's nice to be somewhere not covered in dirt for once.
These refugees wouldn't last one day in Crater.
This is the perfect spot. I'm ready for that photo whenever you are.
Doing all right, Mama.
Make sure to get my good side.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well.
So how'd it come out? My wife is still a captive in the pit. I wrote her a letter, and I wanted to attach a photo of myself so she knows I'm alive and well. I know there's a slim chance that she'll ever see it. I can't stop thinking about her. I need her to know that.
Must be some pre-war books lying around the White Spring.
Not as nice as here, that's for sure. It's dark, dusty, and irradiated. I'll put it this way. I think sleeping in the White Spring was the first time I ever slept a full night.
Should I practice my pitch?
I got a deal with Lennox. She's gonna deliver it to someone in the pen next time she flies out. I'm trusting that whoever she gives it to will help it find its way to my loved
there's
one.
a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Ah, this turned out so nice. They're gonna love it. Here's a little something to say thanks. Good luck out there.
This place could stand to have some cats.
Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't they?
I sure hope this mole rat bite doesn't get infected.
Did it always smell like this? You would think in a city, people could find a civilized place to relieve themselves. Oh. We are in the casino quarter, which is owned and operated by the Mafia. Toward the coast, we have the boardwalk, proving ground of the showman. And further inland is the city center, where the government continues to keep things half functioning. Oh, smells like they need to hire another garbage man, however. Very funny. There's more chance to see a pirate ship flying over this city than some kind of winged goat. The best bet I can give you is a fellow named Stanley Soriano. He spends all his free time at the High Rollers Lounge in the Neapolitan Casino. Stan is a weak link. Make him feel important, and he'll serve up practically anything on a silver platter. He's a former friend of my husband. One of the most empty-headed coots I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. It's entertaining, really. Tell him anything, and watch the words pass through the void. Me? Oh, that would be a bad idea. You be a doll and handle the communications. I'll meet you back here once the job is done. Oh, don't be silly. I'm like a handler. I have to be present to make sure you get the job done. That doesn't mean I'm going to be the one to do it. Don't you worry about what I'm occupied with. It'll just be a distraction. Don't wait up for me. Or actually, do. One should always have an escape plan.
Why those munis want to stay in their gross little hovels beyond me.
Mayor Tim fancies himself the leader of AC. Like some old farmers that whack it.
Getting in again.
Don't
stay
shake
clear of the
hands with
barracks.
Sal.
Ain't nothing there but demons.
Never ever, kid. Mine keeps asking, "Oh, Pa, can I whack someone like you?"
What else is there to do in this city but be a mobster? Suppose I could slip in some hula hoops like the show.
That wouldn't do for a taste of the blood.
A word of advice. Any wise guy who starts trouble around here ain't really wise. Let us know if you run into one.
Are you visiting too?
Shoobies around here lately. I think there wasn't a war.
Everyone's in a twist over Conchetta giving orders. How do I feel? I don't care so long as I get my gun.
Beat it! I'm not your tour guide.
Don't ask me for directions. I'm not from around here.
His pa before him, and his pa before him.
city's run by a circus, the Godfather. Underpaid city workers. And we're expected to believe they get along. Can't believe that show last night. So bummed. Isn't this place too good to be true?
Apocalypse out there, paradise in here. Lots of showbiz. Expected to believe they get along.
So, head down to the pier and catch a show. Maybe I should join the Munis.
Gotta pay the electricity, a cut or something? You been eating that slop the Munis are feeding you? Quintino's has actual edible. This is the most happening place in AC. Why those Munis want to stay in their gross little hovel?
Head down to the pier and catch a show.
How's your luck? I haven't hit the jackpot yet.
So, this city's run by a circus, the Godfather, and...
The High Rollers Lounge has an exclusive entry policy. You're not on the list. You mean to tell me that other guy wasn't Stan's chaperone? You'd better get in there quick. I think there's a game going already. Sorry for the confusion earlier.
Royal flush again? You must have the angels on your side, my friend.
You mean you don't see it, Stan? He's playing you. Ain't nobody got that kind of luck.
Oh, come on. You know I'd never play you, Stan. You're the man. You know what I love most about you, Stan? How much faith you put in your friends.
This is ludicrous.
Oh, now what you gonna do that for? You really think he was playing me?
Come on, Stan. 3 royal flushes in a row? Now you grab that cash and take care of your family. I'm headed out.
Losing Antonio was a big hit
This
to the family.
is the High Rollers Lounge. Scram if you're not laying cash down.
Was a made man, and his pa before him, and his pa before him. Wait, what did the pa before
Buttercup.
that pa do? That name will be the death of me.
How come the Munis need so much money? What? You gotta pay the electricity a cut or something? Fuck out of here.
You looking at something?
This is the most happening place in AC.
You heard of me?
Munis wanna stay in their
Well,
gross little hovel.
as a matter of fact, I am Stanley Soriano, proud father, handler of official business, an avid patron of this fine establishment. How can I help you? Always a shame when you think someone's got your back and turns out they're just playing you. But hey, crazy things happen all the time. Just last week, someone was saying that special chips worth double. but they
grifter's
looked
gonna ruin the
exactly
reputation
the same. Now, what was the deal with that, huh? At least put some gold flecks on them or something.
This is the most happening place in AC. Why those munis want to stay in their gross little...
Whoa there! Now, I can hook you up with all kinds of camps. But as for the blood, what makes you think a nobody like you should get access to Atlantic City's most sought-after camp?
Don shows his mug again. How come the munis need so much money? What, you gotta pay the electricity a cut or something?
You know, you do look familiar. You don't happen to be one of those out-of-towners helping out around here. Well, all right. A friend of the family deserves a taste of the best our city has to offer. But first, you'll have to prove yourself trustworthy. Provide service for the family, and you'll be rewarded. Cross the family, and you end up on our hit list. See, a young showman known as Zaid stole some blood from our stores a few nights back. He's got a show on tonight. And those who don't respect our rules don't get to live freely. You want the blood? Then that show don't go smoothly. And Zaid gets the message to never even dream about stealing from us again.
You overgrown or getting in again.
Mayor Tim fancies himself the leader of AC. Like some old farmer.
Sounds like we have an understanding. Now listen carefully. You're gonna have to get backstage somehow. Maybe by posing as a cast member. That's your best shot at getting access to Zaid. Once you've got an opportunity, it's up to you how you want to deal with him. I'll meet you outside after the show.
Buttercup.
Don't
That name will be the
disappoint
death
me.
of me.
Capiche?
How come the munis need so much money? What, you gotta pay the electricity a cut or something? Fuck out of here. How come the munis need so much money? What, you gotta pay the electricity a cut or something? Fuck out of here.
I caught Sal tampering with the slots again. That grifter's gonna ruin our reputation around here.